quite a treat. She's been featured on Comics That Kill. The amazing Victoria Arnstein.
Yeah. Thank you. You guys. Oh, guys, have a seat, please. Standing ovation is too much. Oh my God. You guys, I'm celebrating. I just got back from my comedy world tour. Thank you. Oh my God, it's so much fun. I don't know if anybody's ever gone on a world tour, but you know, I told jokes in all the different countries, all around Epcot Center. I love it. But people in New York are starting to notice me now. I mean, I'm New York famous, not anywhere else. But some woman just came up to right to my face. She goes, "Oh my God, I know you're hilarious." I said, "Thank you. This fame thing is starting." She goes, "Yeah, I saw you telling off that manager at Walgreens." But I was hilarious, right? That's all that mattered. I know, I look like every bitch who's ever asked to speak to a manager. But in my defense, I've never ever asked anyone. I've never asked a manager for anything. I would nag the stock boy until he begged me to talk to a manager. That's very different. So they say, do what you love and you never have to work a day in your life. So I got married and I do my husband. It's accurate, it's accurate. Actually, I'm celebrating 24-year wedding anniversary. What a special anniversary. My husband took me to the supermarket. And it wasn't just any supermarket, it was Whole Foods. I'm crushing it, okay? Thank you so much. Yes, people ask me, what is the secret to your long marriage? The secret is that I actively listen to my husband. It's very different from just listening. Ladies, listen up. The other day, we were casually laying around in bed, and out of nowhere, he says to me, "I want an adventure. I want to go hiking all over the world. I love the element of surprise and the adrenaline rush." So I pushed him off the bed. I handled everything. It was free, and we didn't have to leave the house. Best way ever. He also loves a challenge, so I made up this new game called Eeny, Meeny, Money Mo. That's where I empty all our bank accounts and make him guess where that money is. I love that game. I have a friend. She's a whore. She's actually a prostitute. That's higher up. That's where they get paid. She doesn't call herself a prostitute, but every man takes her for dinner, and then they pay for dinner, and then they have sex. That's a prostitute, right? I'm not even putting her down. I'm actually really jealous because I'm married and I only have one client, my husband. And business is slow. Oh man, so feminists are fucking shit up for me. My husband's starting to think we're equal now. I'm so much more superior than he is. Like lately he's been asking me to do this thing called work. You mean a day job? You know, I do stand-up for 10 minutes a night, right? He goes, that doesn't do anything. I said, oh, really? I asked you what I was good at. He said I was great at complaining, and I don't shut the fuck up. I think I nailed it. I said, do you really feel like that? He goes, yeah, I feel like every day all I do is work for you. I said, oh, my God, honey, you're right. You do work for me. We don't have a prenup. Wrap it up. Break time's over. Don't talk to your boss this long. Oh my God. You know, listen, ladies, feminism is dead. It is a little bit dead. Come on. We had a good run. You can't even get our own sports. But guess what? Ladies, you didn't give up your vote. You're an American, so you don't have to worry about it. You control that chick from the back end. You know what you do? Who had a better time in life? The CEO of Coca-Cola or his wife? Take notes, guys. Take notes. A millennial came up to me and she goes, don't you want to work and make your own money? No, I want my husband to work and make my own money. Yes. She goes, don't you want to contribute to the world? I said, what do you do? She goes, I'm a cake decorator. I said, oh, so you contribute to obesity and diabetes? I got 3 kids in the bath at the same time and no one died. Do you know how hard that is? When they're screaming, Ma, don't drown me, don't drown me. because I give my kids an eating disorder, you know, to save money. It's a good tip. Not the kind of eating disorder where they throw up their food. I'm a Jewish mother. I would never do that. That's a waste of food and money. The kind where I tell them they're fat, and over time that shit adds up, and there's a Porsche out there with my name on it. It's not going to buy itself. My 14-year-old is such a pain in my ass because she still lives with us. Yeah, I know. She walked in on my husband and I, her father, having sex. It's a true story. I said, "Don't you knock?" She goes, "You're in the kitchen." What are you doing in the kitchen? I thought I gave you that eating disorder. Now I have to have that long, awkward talk with her. You know the one where I have to tell her she has to move out. She's doing okay though. She's actually a school president, guys. Give it up for my daughter. Thank you. I'm very proud. She was homeschooled, but that's okay. I didn't even know what I was doing on homeschool. On the first day of homeschool, I'm like, watch this video. I hear Benjamin Franklin's a genius. Go run along. 30 minutes. 5 minutes later, she comes running back to me. "Mom, Benjamin Franklin paid women to have sex with him." I go, "Oh my God, he was a genius." Ugly he was. He had to pay women to have sex with him. Plus, that's how the $100 bill was invented because he was sick of paying those workers. In the 50s, look it up, Google it. It's a true story. I put that under finance and history. I'm a good teacher. But you know what? She's getting very woke. I don't like it at all. Okay? The other day I was teaching her the tiger shark is the most vicious in the ocean, second to the great white. She goes, "Great white?" She whispers in my ear, "That's racist." I lost my shit because everyone knows if you yell, you fucking won. I said, "Shut the fuck up, you loser, bitch!" Then I had to explain to everyone sitting in the waiting room at the pediatrics office what happened. But she whispered and I was yelling. That's not fair, that's sneaky. And then I explained to everybody sitting in the waiting room, I said, "Listen, I'm teaching my daughter, it's a teachable moment, how to empower her, how to talk to people like me." And I think they all agreed that teaching came very naturally to me. Because, yeah, child services doesn't stop calling me. But before homeschooling, I did put my kids in regular school. You know parent-teacher conferences?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when the parents show the teachers if they give a shit about the kids. I went, and there was this one teacher totally judging me. She looked at me up and down. She goes, "What's it like being a stay-at-home mom?" I said, "What makes you think I'm a stay-at-home mom?" She goes, "Your pajamas?" I was like, "Yeah, I'll have you know this outfit happens to be a writer's uniform. I write from home." She goes, "Oh, who do you write for?" I said, "I don't want to brag or anything, but I write for a really large network. I'm sure you heard of it. It's called Facebook." I upload on it daily. That's hard work. So I wanted to one up her. I go, "Where'd you graduate?" She goes, "I graduated top of my class at NYC with some Latin sorority shit like masturbator, come harder." I'm gonna steal my kid all day and teach him shit. I'll leave you with this, guys. A friend of mine, he said to me, "Wouldn't it be cool if we went into a time machine and took it back all the way?" I said, "No, I'm a Jewish woman. When the fuck was it good for me?" I thought that was weird because he was a black guy. When was it good for you? He goes, "No, you can go back to Austria and you can tell them and warn them about the Holocaust in the 1930s. I go, "Holocaust in the 1930s? So I'm going to go in a time machine without any type of electricity to put bandwidth and who's gonna charge my time machine? Now I'm gonna be stuck in Austria in the 30s, and I gotta tell this poor little family in Austria that there's gonna be a horrific 5 years ahead of them, and there's gonna be lice and gas chambers. Everybody's gonna die. 6 million Jews are gonna die, and I can't get to the other countries because nothing says sanity like a crazy bitch from the future with a time machine." So my friend goes, calm down, and I'm like, "Calm down. That's the perfect thing to say to a woman who's angry. Calm down." So it didn't look good because we were in the subway and I was a white woman screaming at a black guy. And then, you know what I did? What any other white woman would do in a very guilty situation. I fucked her. I'm kidding. I didn't fuck. My husband loves that joke. All right.